Welcome. This is episode 2 of my weapon series from the First Ascendant. This episode we're going to be covering the Malevolent. The Malevolent is one of the newer guns added to the game. It has absolutely insane mobbing potential, especially when it's fully built. You probably already own one, and if you don't, you can acquire it from Season 2 Episode 2's Battle Pass. I mention this because once this weapon leaves this battle pass, you'll have to wait until season 3 episode 2 to get it. What won't be until, my guess is like late November, maybe December time. So if there's any time to get it, if you don't already own the battle pass, or if you do own the battle pass, or you're just playing through casually, you get a free one at tier 17. I believe you get another free one at tier 33. So you can get 2 free ones. If you own the battle pass, you can come up with 5, which means you can fully upgrade it. Oh no, you get 3 free ones. Wait, are all of them free? Is this something I've just... No, the last one is not free. Okay, I was gonna say, that was gonna blow my mind there. But no, you can get 3 free ones, so you can have the base Malevolent, and then you can have it upgraded twice. What will make an already insane gun even stronger. So, let's get into talking about the Malevolent's design. Firstly, let's talk about its normal skin. This is a weird looking gun. Due to it shooting cogs out of its magazine, as you can see here, this little like circular thing, I can't really see how they transfer through the gun, but I'm not here to question that. My assumption is this hammer here will smack into this cog, will somehow launch one of them through here. It's a very weird functioning gun, and to be honest, I'm not going to question how it functions. I'm here to look at its design. Now, speaking of its design, I love how this thing looks. I'll get into its skin in a minute, but the way this gun is designed is so beautiful. It's so unique, and it's so chunky. And that's so random, I'm very aware, but it reminds me a lot of like banished weapons in Halo, especially with these little like blades on the front. They remind me a lot of weapons in Halo that are banished all have like the shock rifle have like little blades on it for close quarters combat, and this gun features them. What I think is really cool. I think this gun's base design is really sick. Next, we have its skin. Now, I do have some paint on mine, so let me just quickly remove these paints. But the blue, I'm not really a fan of, to be entirely honest. It's immediately to give my paints back. But anyway, this top part is normally blue, and this part down here, what's metal, is normally gold, as you can see up here in this little corner. I don't know why it's done this, and can I just like quickly come back to this, and then there we go. So I'm just going to choose this, for example, and just hope it doesn't glow too much. This design is really cool. Again, it kind of harkens back with this giant cog holding mechanism. It also has a really cool looking iron sights. The blades are a little bit nicer here, where they're actually like fully attached to the weapon, whereas the previous one they were slightly loose. This one's definitely got more of like a sharper theme to it. These like little things like wings that stick out are so random, but I really like them. I tried at one point to make this look like a cutter from Dead Space. The problem is that there aren't really any like dirty materials / worn out material in this game. Like a lot of stuff like this yellow, I mean we can't see it because it's all the way down here, but that's shit, like it's very like clean, and to make a cutter there needs to be a bit dirty. But anyway, this design is really cool. I don't know what the fuck is going on here with the barrel, but it's really fucking huge. It like literally this design feels like it just doubles the size of normal Malevolent, but then it's actually smaller. It's really weird. It's a really cool design. I'm really a fan of Pale Teeth, and I'm glad that I went through and got it from this battle pass. Anyway, that's enough about the design. Next, we're going to be talking about its unique ability, what is as follows. On hitting an enemy, creates a bladed cog. Bladed cogs bounce between multiple enemies to deal damage. On hitting weak points, creates additional bladed cogs. You create 3 on a hit, On a weak point hit, you create 4, and it can bounce up to 5 times, dealing 24% of what your damage is. Now, certain characters can make this effect even without the seasonal bonus from the inversion reinforcement, whereas additionally 2 extra cogs can just make it absolutely insane. Put this gun on Serena and just focus down. If you're doing, like, for example, Vet 30s, just shoot at the elites and everything else will die. It's such a good gun. This unique ability is crazy for mobbing. I'll quickly show here. I think these guys are set to immune. Let me just quickly let's just change that immortality off. So if we shoot like this guy, I mean, it bounces between every single guy. They didn't kill them, but as you can see, a lot of them are missing quite a bit of health. If we shoot another one, they're now all dead. This gun, that was 2 shots, and I did 3.3 million damage there. This gun's crazy. This gun's absolutely crazy. So next, we have its history. So to go over its history, it says, this hand cannon is a special projectile launcher used by Vulgus commanders that have been modified for human use. It was designed to inflict horrific injuries on as many targets as possible for the malicious purposes of the Vulgus commanders. It was a vicious tactic aimed at demoralizing human troops and undermining their combat capabilities by increasing the burden of caring for the wounded. But now this weapon has been seized and reverse engineered. Humanity no longer needs to be exposed to one-sided suffering. The descendants can now return the pain with this terrible firearm. Only the dead can see the end of hatred, an unidentified injured soldier. That's cool. That's a really, really cool lore piece. And actually, this is the one gun in the entire game that I have read. And this history alone made me want to make this series. So that tells you a lot about the Malevolent. The gun's already fucking insane. It's got cool as fuck lore. It's unique as cool. Its ability is cool. It looks cool. It's just such a sick weapon. Now, last video I went over all of these stats and it took up quite a little while. So this time I'm not going to. However, I'm going to quickly scroll down them. So if you want to take a screenshot or read them, you can. And I'll point out the most important ones. So its firearm attack is 46k. It has a base stat of 176 fire rate. It's got pretty interesting little details. Its crit hit rate is awful. Its burst, attribute, multi-hit, hip-fire accuracy, aim shot accuracy, effective drop-off, or its range drop-off, and then drop-off end. Attribute, max range, movement speed. You get the idea. And then I've got bonus chill attack here. Now again, factor, I do have loads of cores on here. And attributes again. And this one is actually fully built. I haven't got it fully built for my shock, and I haven't got it fully built for my poison. However, it is fully built for my cold slash chill. I do have a bossing question mark what I was messing around with because of payout. Well, I'll quickly shove on a bit of a demonstration here because it can make this thing kind of even crazier. It won't be able to kill the Tormentor, so I'm not going to bother taking it off a thing here. But if I quickly pop my reload, so I've got max bullets of 17. I mean, you can just shoot and shoot and shoot, and I want to mess with it more. I want to try and make it more viable for building, or bossing, but it's just such a good mobbing gun that there's no point messing with it for bossing. Anyway, I'll give one last showcase of it mobbing, and then we'll wrap up the video here. So, as you can see here, we have a lineup of enemies here. We can just shoot this guy once, and it actually killed a good chunk of the people there. If not, they didn't kill him. I mean, this guy's weak. This guy's weak. This guy didn't even crack his shield. Let's shoot him, and everything's dead. This gun's damage output is... I don't even know how to describe it, dude. It's too good. One shot to the chest. I mean, it still creates the cogs. I just did nearly 3 million damage like that, and if we do one to the head, it creates even more cogs. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. So if we go to headshot this guy twice, I mean, you can see there the base damage of a headshotting. I mean, now it's 960, 940, 940. It was 100, 1.1 million there. It's crazy. And then everything, all the clogs that bounce between are all doing in the realm of 60 to about 80k. So you think about how good that is, especially if like all of these characters are already hit by, let's say, an Inez. Let's hit every single one of these guys. This is going to set off tons of chains. And then we shoot this guy once. It bounces a shit ton. Let's put him twice on him. And then if you put something like this on top of them, do one of these, do it like that, and you're shooting in between everything. It's crazy. It also gets very, very loud. But I mean, as you can see there, just from messing about, like 93 million firearm damage, 41 million skill damage, 42 million skill damage. I mean, this is just going to go off forever because we're playing Inez. But this gun's crazy. Like, it's such a good mobbing weapon. I definitely recommend trying to grab yourself one of these, at least one. Because once it's out of season, you can't get it until the following season is over. And then you can get it in the next season. I actually made the mistake of not going through and getting Voltia. I was playing around that time of like February, like between like January, February, March, all the way through like to April pretty much. I was playing an absolutely absurd, and I seriously mean absurd, amount of Marvel Rivals. So I didn't ever end up going through and getting Voltia. But if you do miss this gun, or if you missed any other previous guns, what we might be covering in the future, like the Excava, you can always just come over here to Deslin, and if you come down to Trade Limited Weapons, you can buy pieces for these weapons. And to get these support coins, what you do is, if you come over to, let's say, today it's Sterile Lands, you come over to like this, for example, and you go to a 250, you can tap on other infiltration support, and this is how you acquire them. You don't have to do it through those ones either. You can just go like anywhere. You just say like go to Agna Desert, for example. I am being blind. There's a duty for a descendant, or a dungeon, just as I call them. You can turn it on, and you just join random people's missions, and you can get support coins from helping them. This is a really random way to farm up amorphous material patterns. You can't like choose the ones that you specifically want though, unfortunately, but anyway, that's going to do it for this episode. That covers the Malevolent. I'm going to have my next episode coming out soon. Probably like next week as per usual. Where I don't know what I'm going to cover next. I'll find out. I'll have a think. I reckon maybe like the Excava. Or Ancient Knight. Or the Greg's Reverse. Probably the Greg's Reverse. This gun's very good as well. And I want to start with like good / popular weapons, and then eventually get to other weapons. The only gun I'm missing in the entire game is Voltia, and a lot of the other guns I do own in this game I don't have like multiple upgrades for, so you're going to see them in their like basis form. But as you can see over here in my library, I have 29 out of 29 because I missed Voltia. But once I get Voltia, I will make sure to cover that gun eventually. But that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you for watching. I will